Thanks for all the feedback on yesterday's video. I really appreciate it, and I wanted to expand on it a little bit. I mean, there are some pros and are some cons to going inside, and I'm just trying to formulate these ideas. Your feedback has meant a lot as the viewer, and it isn't like I'm going to be pushed to any kind of eventuality. It's not going to be, I'm going to be forced to make one decision or another that quickly. I do have some time to kind of postulate on this and see what's going on. I did get one comment that was interesting, that the commenter basically said, don't pass up a promotion. And it definitely is a promotion, there's no doubt about it. The trajectory that you're put on and the pay scale you're put on is definitely higher, but is that everything? He made a good point though as well. I'm 37, he mentioned that he was 10 years my senior, and you're gonna want, that desk is gonna represent relief eventually. And I wanted to expand on that idea a little bit. I can totally see where he's coming from in that regard. When you're, pushing 50, you're probably not gonna wanna be slinging heavy pipe around and heavy fittings around and bending over pretty much all day long and driving forklifts and doing that kind of thing. So there is something to be said there. On that flip side though, isn't that kind of, you're just gonna, any exercise you don't do during the job, you're gonna have to do it after the job. And it's gonna eat into your personal time, which, that can come at a premium depending on who you are. And I really appreciate the comment because he really expanded on that nicely though, because it does give one pause when you're thinking, am I gonna wanna be out here working in the heat and the cold, when I'm 50? And I already work with a couple guys that are nearing 50 or above 50, and they're getting the job done, but I think they're really putting a brave face on. I think they aren't in love with having to do this physical ass job when you're a half century old. I really think that. And so that is definitely a pro of taking the inside job. The physical stress is gonna be much lower. Now, the flip side, and I have to put this in context, I don't have that much experience yet, but so far, my experience has been, when people come into the office, customers come in, and we write them up for an order or something like that, I like that. That's more of a conversation. But what also goes with it is answering phones. Answering phones and dealing with people that sometimes are in a big hurry, and sometimes these are people that you're gonna have to disappoint. Shipping errors occur, receiving errors occur, and you have to call them and let them know basically that we fucked up, and you're gonna have, as the customer, you're gonna have to pay the price for it and wait longer or make arrangements. So there is that dichotomy, and I guess if I'm gonna take the inside job, there is no two ways about it. You have to get used to embracing the phones and dealing with, sometimes irate customers, people that are not in a great mood. Now, they are the outlier in my experience so far, and the impressions that I've got from the other salesmen is that is the exception, not the rule. It's not like every customer that comes in is just breathing fire. You know what I mean? So it's not as simple as just, oh, it sucks day in, day out. You couldn't hold on to employees if that were the case. But the comfortability, I have to establish that, and then I think the job will get much more easier, and I'll be able to wrap my head around it that much more. But right now, when a customer comes in and we're talking face to face, I actually like that. I like having a short conversation and just, explaining to them I'm new, at the inside job, and I've been doing this almost 3 weeks now, and every customer that comes in has kind of been understanding. So that's been good. It's been good to see. So getting my head around wrapping, answering the phones, helping people out, project management, that's a big part of this job too, is kind of helping customers with their long-term projects. These are things that I'm just gonna have to get used to if I am going to take the job. And none of that goes into the outside job, really. The inside job is about dealing with people. The outside job is about dealing with product and items, things that can't talk back, things that don't get pissed, that kind of thing. So once again, I loved all the feedback you guys gave me. I welcome any criticism. I welcome any advice. I'm navigating this kind of new section of my career, and I'd love any criticism, advice, anecdotes. It's all very helpful, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.